Archivist, y'all. And we're catching up with Rittz.
With Rittz, bitch.
All the way from Seattle and now from Whistler, from the Slamerican tour, and now we're up with Rittz in Vancouver.
Yeah, back in Vancouver.
And how's it been?
It's good, man, it's good. Back on tour, headlining this time. It's been great, dog. It's been fucking great. So just happy to be out here doing it. This is my third 2-month tour since like June of last year, so I've been really, hustling.
And tell us more about the street team that you guys have. Going on for 3 years.
Yeah.
Almost 40,000 likes.
Yeah. I got some good people that run my street team, man. So shout out to them. Shout out to Brandy that runs the street team, and just everybody, Dusty, and everybody that puts in work, man. All the guys at Strange that really help out and promote stuff. They do a good job.
And then the Mason Jar Volume 1 with DJ Highlight.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw Highlight in Columbus. Shout out to DJ Highlight, man. It's his hometown. They got a mixtape coming out, the Mason Jar, so I'm looking forward to see. I didn't give them any exclusive records though, so I don't know what they got. But regardless, it's gonna be dope music, and anything Jelly Roll involved with. Jelly Roll's my boy.
Definitely. And now you have a cookbook coming up. Any recipes you can give us?
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to do a cookbook. The last tour, I threw out my legs, so I couldn't stand and really work on it. But I'm a food nerd at heart, man. So I think that I'll post a picture about shows and they'll get like 1,000 likes. But I'll post like a hamburger and they'll get like 3,000 or 4,000, or however many. It's ridiculous. So I'm like, let's do a cookbook and put it out there. Plus, I'm passionate about it, and so it's something I definitely want to work towards,
And you bought a house, and congratulations on your engagement.
I'm in a crib, I got engaged. That's dope, man. This is actually the first public announcement of getting engaged, So it's been great, man. It's been a really, really great year for me, man. I've had a lot of course, with the good comes the bad, but I'm really blessed, you know what I'm saying? I'm really blessed.
And you won a music award with Fago Lovers.
Yeah. Shout out to all the Juggalo, whoop, all the guys that support me in the Juggalo community, and even just the website Fago Lovers that show me love. I will be doing a gathering of the Juggalos this year, and that community just shows me love, man. For no fucking reason, and they support me, I support them, and it is what it is. But yeah, we're working on clientele juice right now, I'm trying to get some vape juice out there.
And back in the day, how many roaches on the tour bus?
Oh man, you already know that story. Me and Crisis with Rehab, he was on a tour bus full of cockroaches. Man, you go to sleep at night in the dark, man, you just feel them crawl up your legs. You may just be chilling and be like, "Give a roach," kill the roach real quick. And it was disgusting, man. It was people see the nice bus and all that and don't realize what's really going on, It's crazy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And now you just did Dunning-Kruger with Northwest Division, Van City's own.
Which was really cool, man. And shout out to Northwest Division, man. Got to do the record. We just shot the video today. And so hopefully the record makes some noise, man. The guys are really cool. I believe in what they're doing, and shout out to you for holding it up, and just it's good, man. I'm making connections everywhere I go, and that's how it's supposed to be, man. You're supposed to work with other artists, and everybody should be cool, and make shit happen, man. We're all in the same business.
And now Clientele.
Yeah, Clientele has been my crew since 1995. It started out as my crew. So my thing is, I'm starting my own motherfucking movement. It's like if you're down with me, you're down with the Clientele crew. And that's it. It's Clientele. It's CNT to the END. So, that's what I'm doing. It's it has nothing to do with the record label with Strain, with Slamerican. It's my shit. It's Clientele. So if you're a fan of Rittz, then you should be down with the Clientele, because we start this movement. We're gonna start with clothing, and then we're gonna bring other artists in, then we'll start a label, and then I'm just gonna make it, try to build it as much as I can.
And then the Rittz by Southwest experience.
Rittz by South, yeah. You know what? I skipped South by Southwest this year. I went last year. It was really cool. I had a good time. I got a little out of control, little crazy with the partying. I think we discussed that a little bit last time. But hopefully next year, Strange doesn't have me slated to put out an album this year. So hopefully by the time next year, my album will be coming out right about the time of South by Southwest, so I can really go down there and blow it up. I bought a van because I own tour bus that I paid for one time. And I really came home and took a loss. I took such a loss that it really hurt me really bad. I learned a very valuable lesson. I went ahead and bought a van. I've had a trailer. So about the second week of the show, the driver takes the trailer through a Walmart parking lot, and he doesn't see the fucking concrete cylinder. He busts the fucking axle off the trailer. So now it's Good Friday, the Friday before Easter. We're in the middle of fucking Rhode Island with a broke-ass trailer, and we got to come to Canada that night. So we go, you know, thank God I had the money to buy a new trailer. We found the trailer places was open. This guy was drunk as shit. He goes to look on the trailer, he falls, busts his ass. You know, and so we got the new trailer. And then, you know, we did Canada and then came back and, you know, it worked out. There's been a lot of drama, man, you know, like that. I came back after that trailer happened. We went to Canada. The next day I had a day off in Pennsylvania, which is my hometown. I got to see my grandparents who are in their 90s. And a good friend of mine who's got some problems with the law actually drove my fucking car into the front of a fucking Chevron and smashed the doors of a Chevron. Like, you know, it was a lot going on in this tour that's been, you know, it hasn't been smooth sailing, you know what I mean?
Definitely. But how was the Jack Thriller interview on This Is 50?
I'll tell you about this. It's a true story. I've been wanting the Jack Thriller interview for a long time, right? So I finally get the Jack Thriller interview. But the problem was the night before my album dropped. So we partied all night. We partied till like 7 a.m. So I'm at the Jack Thriller interview fucking like throwing up, like sick. And I'm like having panic attacks. They ain't got no AC up in there. So I'm in there. This interview that I've been looking forward to forever, I'm in there like really having a panic attack. Eating Xanax, like, and it's so funny. People don't see that. They just see me in the interview. And I'm looking at the interview like, man, this is something I look forward to so much. But I got so fucked up the night before. I'm in here having a really rough fucking time. But Jack Thriller's amazing, man, and I'm just glad that they gave me the opportunity to have the interview. I want to do it again, though. You know, I was like, just wish people could understand. Like, I literally was like, before the interview started, I went and made myself throw up, came back and like try to get through the interview. It was crazy.
And then the OD tour, just running it, you know, obstacles on stage and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Tukey Carter, his whole crew, Big Chico, Chris. Shout out to Raz Simone. I just seen him last night. Jake, you know, Sincere, the whole crew. We had a good run. That was the tour I took the bus out on, and I thought I was paid enough to have a bus. Guess what? I'm not paid enough to have a fucking bus. Straight up.
And now, Next to Nothing. Copter the first week. How was pre-sales? Featuring Trey the Truth, Twista, B.O.B., Yellow Wolf, Mike Posner, and you're back on Billboard?
Yeah. Next
Let's
to
hear
nothing.
about the next album.
Yeah. Next to nothing. Next to a car is what a lot of smart asses online say. Look at this. But you know, fuck man, we put out an album. I think this album was better than the last album, and that's the goal. I think it's just to keep, if not better, it's equal. You know, you can't say it's worse, or can't say it's a disappointment, and I think that's the goal. You know, and Next to Nothing did well. You know, and it continues to do well. I still continue to build my fan base, and man, dude, I'm just so fucking blessed to just be who I am and just have an album and sit there have an interview, man. It's crazy.
And for the fans, autographing the CDs, what kind of limited edition crazy stuff did you write?
Oh man, I wrote crazy shit. Travis O'Gwen from Strange was like, we're not, this is how he talks. We're not fucking putting this out. You're drawing pictures of people blowing their fucking brains out on the front of a fucking cover. If a 12-year-old gets a hold of that shit, we're fucked. You know, so Travis was not having that. Travis, if you don't like the imitation, man, I'm sorry. That was pretty good, though. But, yeah, Travis, so I was like, well, Travis, that's your copy then. You can have that motherfucker. But, yeah, I was drawing a lot of shit. You know, it's so many, man. I forgot how many I signed. Like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 copies. It was crazy. So, I mean, you just sign away. At the end of the day, you're just like, hey, fuck you. Fuck your mom. I'm like, just writing dumb shit on there. Like, and not to disrespect the fans, just so they can have one of one. You know, something that's never been, you know, they can have something exclusive.
And any new jewelry that you got? Looks like you got the pinky ring.
Yeah, I got some more jewels. Got some more jewels in this motherfucker. I got a little, you know, it's cool. Been getting a little bit of money, man. It's been nice, man. It's been, not no baller money, but it's just been nice to be able to finally support myself. And, you know, music's paying off.
And in Halloween, they dressing up. More than 12 people for Halloween there for you.
There's a lot of people dressing up like me for Halloween. What a fucking great character I am, I guess. It's a damn I see some of them, I'm like, fuck, this is how I look. God damn. And some people nail it though. Some people like nail it all the way.
Big HUD though.
A Big HUD, did he do it?
He did.
He did do it. Well, shout out to Big HUD. He's, first of all, that's my fucking boy. Love Big HUD to death, and he's got big things coming for him because he's a fucking hustler and he don't stop doing it.
And Fishhook on the Green compilation, dope. You definitely need to get that treble hook. Lock him in.
Yeah. Shout out to Burn One. You know, we did that record a long time ago, and he finally put it out. So, shout out to Burn and the whole 5 Points team. Like, at the end of the day, no matter who I work with or whatever, that's the backbone for me. Like, I love those guys.
Switch Lanes taken more than 5 million views. Actually, it's probably more now.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Switch Lanes did really well. I have a lot of videos that are doing like really well, and it's like shout out to Mike Posner. You know, we wanted to do In My Zone. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is some real music industry shit. Like, if you have a feature from somebody and their record label denies you single rights, guess what? You can't fucking use the record. So the song In My Zone, which I thought was a hit, it just got left in the dust.
And now the newest vids, Turn Down, Crown Royal, Bounce with Twista, White Rapper, premiere on Revolt and MTV Jams.
Yeah, man, it was great. It was a good run, man. It was a great run. And for me, I mean, just to be on a song with Twista is amazing. Twista is the OG of this shit. I think he's the best double-time rapper, period. I mean, and just to be just such a cool dude. You know, so shout out to Twista, man. He, that was an honor. It's an honor. You know what I'm saying?
And Florida, hot as a mofo. You definitely don't like heat. You gotta have them fans tell us other things that you don't like.
Dude, I don't like fucking heat. Alright, well, here's something I don't like. I don't like being hot on stage. Attention, everyone watching this interview. I fucking hate mosh pits. If you want to mosh, go to a rowdy rapper show or go to a fucking rock show. Don't do it at a fucking Rittz show. Sometimes you gotta let it ride because there's so many of them you don't want to kill the vibe. It's a fucking rap show. I do laid back, cool ass rap music. It's not shit to beat people up to. I hate when people fight in the crowd. I hate when people mosh pit. It's not what I'm about. It's not that type of party. Go to a fucking rock concert, fucking motherfucker. Not my shit.
And then the Slamerican tour, the booze all over it. Vancouver was definitely one of the highlights, especially with Yellow Wolf. Share on some of the best times on that tour.
The best times on that tour were just, me and Yellow Wolf had a lot of late drunk nights, man, when we really got to like dig in each other and like, you know, talk about like where we're at in our careers and just getting advice from him and getting to hear love story, and then we would get drunk and get kind of crazy, and but I really had a bad tour, you know. I went through a really bad phase, like doing drugs on that tour, and I tore my leg out, play fighting. I had like a really big chip on my shoulder that tour. I don't know what it was from. I guess it's something people go through. So I came home and I recuperated from it. I'm still wearing a little brace right now on my knee, and you know, I went to the hospital for doing too much drugs, and it was ironic because as much as I rapped about it on my album, it's like, yo, like all your dreams came true. What are you doing? Like, don't waste it being an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, do shit in moderation. Don't be a piece of shit. And, you know, I learned a lot from that tour. That's the negative side of it. Positive side, we had a great tour. And anytime I'm with Yellow Wolf, Bones Owens, Clever, the whole crew, Bobby Straight Edge, Brooklyn, everybody else, Big Henry. I mean, it was fucking Alzilla, Newport. It was awesome, man. I love those guys.
And so far, since we last met, your largest crowd on the last few tours you've ever rocked?
Last few tours I've ever rocked? I mean, the Gathering of the Jungle was probably the biggest crowd I've ever rocked. And there's been some Tech 9 tour. That Tech 9 tour was huge. But I mean, I've been doing, like, we just did a big show in Denver, a really big show. You know, we've been doing some pretty big shows. But a lot of the bigger shows have been through other artists that I've been lucky enough to perform with.
And being a redhead, your best ginger moment that you've had?
My best ginger moment that I've had, I'm basically the coolest redhead in the motherfucking world. The best ginger moment I ever had, man. I never learned the word ginger until like for real. I never knew that word existed until like 2010 or 9 or something. Like I was just redhead. I seen this one redhead comedian. He said he never wore sunglasses because he always looked like he was waiting on somebody cool to come take them off of him. So like But nah, man, I like being redheaded, man. I never looked at it weird because that's how I am, you know. I had a twin sister that's got red hair. So shout out to Josie. She's the voice on 911. She was always in like fucking drama class and shit. So I brought her to the studio. She's like, so my sister killed it, man. Shout out to my sister Josie. I love you.
And the new fans, how many have you gained? Because it just keeps going up.
I think it keeps going up, man. It keeps going up, and I'm fucking blessed. I'm fucking blessed, man. It keeps going up, and it keeps going up, and man, I'm so appreciative. Like, some people just get it, and they think like, wow, yeah, this is me. I'm not that guy. I'm fucking appreciative. And then I break it down, and I'm like, are there any new fans? I'm like, I'm insecure, and I think about it, and I'm like, can I make this my living? Like, you know, there's a lot of things that go into it, but people that actually give me a chance to listen to my music that do turn into fans, thank you so fucking much, man. I love y'all, man. I really appreciate it.
And now, the Southwest Kings tour that you've been on with Crooked Eye and the Horseshoe Gang, how's that going?
Crooked Eye, man. Crooked Eye, first of all, like, we've had a lot of late night talks. The dude's got knowledge for days, you know, and he's a great MC. So for me to sit around and not listen to what he's saying, well, I'd be fucking stupid. So the fact that those guys are touring with me, man, and the Horseshoe Gang is so talented. Shout out to Jay Hornet, who's touring with me as well. And, you know, the Horseshoe Gang's got great things in our future. And Crooked Eye is already a legend. So, you know, it's awesome, man, to be in the same presence, man. And to be headlining, it's stupid. I sit back and I look at it, I'm like, man, I want to tour with Crooked Eye and King Crooked, like, you know, I know you changed the name. But, you know, it's just really good.
And since we last caught up, your best hip-hop memory that you've been part of or contributed to?
The best hip-hop memory I've ever been part of was interviewing with the motherfucking Archivist. Straight up. Best hip-hop memory ever. BT Hip-Hop Awards. That cypher. I got to go to a real award show and feel like I was special for a day. It was awesome. I'll probably never be allowed back. But it was awesome. That I'm so grateful, and that, you know, I'm losing weight. I mean, I'm getting a lot of muscles. Like, look at my face. I'm thinking about modeling. I'm thinking about doing like underwear commercials. I'm thinking about like the sky's the limit for me. You know? No, let me quit talking shit. No, I'm just blessed, man. And I hope that you guys like what I come out with next. And I'm gonna come out and work with it next, motherfucker. And if you don't like it, lie like you like it, motherfucker, because it's gonna be good.
And what's next for the album that you have coming out next year?
I have to go home and write, man. You know, my formula is getting the right amount of beats, the right feel. And luckily I've had a guy named Heartbeats from Germany that sent me a lot of shit. And I'm going to try to get with Seven from Strange, piece this shit together and make a nice album, you know, and see what happens. I don't know where it's going to lead, or if it's like I don't know where I'm going. But I know that it's going to go. I know it's going to go somewhere. There's a lot going on, so I think that people are going to like it.
And you got any shouts?
Yeah, any shout-outs? Shout out to all my motherfucking homeboys back at home, man. Northside A-Town. Everybody who fucking started this shit. All the rappers in Gwinnett County that feel like they can't get out there and doing it. I'm out here representing for y'all. Shout out to Strange Music. Shout out to Slamerican. Shout out to my boys. Shout out to the Archivist. Yeah. And shout out to all y'all, all my fans. And shout out to the motherfucking Clientele crew. Yeah.
Thanks for all the social media love.
Yeah.
And shouts to Brooklyn and Rittz. And this is the Archivist. And you've been archived.
Yeah, I've been archived.